Hey guys, what's up? It's Ryan here, and welcome back to Film Zone, a place to talk movies, TV, and everything in between. So continuing this week full of awesome videos, today I will be reviewing and ranking all 4 of the Toy Story films from worst to best, including the latest installment to the franchise, Toy Story 4. Please remember that this is just my opinion that I am sharing with you guys, and that I enjoy discussing these things with all of you and having a nice, lively conversation, but it is also important to be respectful when doing so. Now, before we get into this video, if you're new here, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, as well as turning on the notification bell so you can see all of my latest content as soon as it comes out. With that in mind, let's get started. Number 4. Now, coming in last place for me is the original Toy Story. Yes, I know what you're thinking. The OG movie that revolutionized animation is in last place. Now, keep in mind, the Toy Story franchise is one of the strongest franchises ever. This movie was a revolutionary achievement in animation and is still one of Pixar's finest, even if it's in last place. This movie offered a concept where a new toy, Buzz Lightyear, entered the house and caused conflict with the other toys, especially the other main character, Woody. One thing this movie did great was it made you fall in love with these characters and made people want to see more of their interactions. Sure, it's a cute film with a little childish schemes at some times, but everyone loves a good family movie. One of the downsides to this film is it's really short and is the shortest out of the 4 at just like 80 minutes long. Once you finally get into the movie, it ends. Still, even if this movie is in the last place, it does not mean it's bad. It's pretty great, and it's definitely rewatchable, so I would give it a 9 out of 10. Next up, in 3rd place, is Toy Story 4. The latest outing for this franchise was not the complete embarrassment that most people thought it would be. And it isn't even the worst movie on my list. This movie had a more story-driven plotline than basically any of the others. It brought us all of the toys we know and love, while introducing some brand new ones like Ducky and Bunny. This movie had some very funny moments, as well as some very emotional and mature ones as well, giving themes of loss, moving on, and dealing with change. I guess you could call her the villain, but Gabby was a very good addition to this movie, and her story arc was handled pretty well. This movie was very Woody-centric and didn't involve most of the other characters as much as normal, which I didn't care for, but it also allowed Woody to finish a story arc and close out this part of the franchise. Overall, I think this movie was thoroughly entertaining and was I'm pretty sure, satisfying conclusion that deserves a 9.3 out of 10. Coming in 2nd place is Toy Story 3. I was highly impressed with this movie, since it was emotional, comical, as well as very realistic. This movie dealt with Andy growing up and going to college, and the toys coming to terms that they're not needed anymore. Everything was great about this movie, including the villain. Lotso, the giant purple bear, was, in my opinion, the best villain in the whole franchise, with his amazing backstory and character arc. Even though I'm glad in the end they made a Toy Story 4, I thought this could have been a solid conclusion to the franchise and would have ended the trilogy perfectly. Overall, since this movie was awesome, but I like the next one a little bit better, I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. Awarded the gold medal, in my opinion, is Toy Story 2. Now, I know this might be a little controversial, but I absolutely love this movie. This movie hit the ball out of the park for me and introduced one of my favorite characters in the last 3 movies, Jessie. This movie was entertaining, longer than the first movie, which was the only con I really had, and developed the characters in such a way that you fall in love with them all over again. The Prospector was a great villain with a compelling motivation that you can understand. Like all of the movies, this one features a lot of hilarious moments, but also offers plenty of heartfelt moments as well. The character arc Woody, Buzz, and even Jesse go through in this movie is handled wonderfully and made me want to see more of these characters. Even though this movie came out 20 years ago, it still holds up in my opinion as maybe Pixar's best movie, and I would give it a 9.9 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below and give me your personal ranking of all 4 Toy Story movies so far. If you like this video, stay tuned for some new ones, including Pixar Movies Ranked, which is coming up next week. See ya!